Let's go through salary packaging in the simplest way possible, because for so long, I didn't even have a clue about salary packaging. I knew what it was called, but I actually did not know how it worked. So here's what I've learned over doing 2 years of salary packaging as a junior doctor. Everything that you need to know about salary packaging as a healthcare worker, I will take you through it and actually explain in terms that you will actually understand and remember. So let's go through it. Let's do it. All right, let's go through it. So look what I've done. I've created like a little slideshow. Let's talk about what happens without it, and then let's talk about what happens with it. Without salary packaging, i.e. what happens to everyone else who doesn't do salary packaging, is you do some work, you earn some money, you get taxed, and then after that tax is taken away, then you get the money transferred to your account. So that's also called after-tax income. However, if you do salary packaging, then this is what happens. You work, you earn some money, and if that money that you earned is allocated to the salary packaging portion, your whole income is not able to be salary packaged. That's too much. It's only a fraction of that income. But say you allocate some money to salary packaging, then what happens is that money that you allocate actually bypasses the tax and actually gets transferred to the salary packaging company. Now, you have an account at the salary packaging company that your organization uses. So for hospitals, they might use a certain particular salary packaging company that they're affiliated with. If it's a different organization, they might use a particular salary packaging company. Some use the same one, some use different ones. Whatever salary packaging company your organization is affiliated with, that's all it depends on. Anyways, you work, you get some money, and then your money goes into your salary packaging account. What happens next? Well, you can either do two things for this. You will either get that money that has been moved into your account on the salary packaging company to get transferred onto a card. It's sort of like a credit card or a debit card, if you will, where the money that has bypassed the tax, the salary packaged money, will be loaded onto a card, and you will be able to spend that on certain things that that card allows you to spend money on. You can't spend it on absolutely everything. It's like you just load money onto a card and then you spend money from that card on certain things. That's one way to do it. I don't do it that way just because I can't be bothered having another card, and I would prefer to just allocate specific purchases to it. I think it's easier. I couldn't be bothered setting up the card in the first place, so I never did that option. It also costs a little bit extra. I don't think it's too much, but you need to actually pay some money to the salary packaging company for that card. It was just another thing I had to do, so I couldn't be bothered doing it. So I went for the second option that's down here, which is essentially you buy stuff with your after-tax income for your normal income that you earned. Remember we went to that first, this one. So money that's here, money that's there that's already been taxed, I spend that on different things that I want, potentially groceries, rent, mortgage repayments, I don't know, maybe buy a new couch, maybe it's a TV, maybe it's something else to do with your living expenses, or maybe you get a meal out with some friends with dinner and you go to a show or something like that. Whatever it is, you can spend normal money on that, and then you show the receipt to the salary packaging company, and then they reimburse you that amount. Okay? So essentially what you've saved, you've still spent that money, but you've saved the tax portion of it. The tax on that particular amount of money that's been allocated to the salary packaging cap. Now, if that doesn't make sense, then don't worry about it. But essentially, you've got two ways of spending your salary packaging money. You can either spend it on a card and you just spend that card directly, or you get allocated money into an account at the salary packaging company. You spend normal money, you might just buy something normally with your own money from your bank account with your credit card or cash or whatever it is. You get a receipt for that purchase, and if it's available to be reimbursed for that cap for that specific, because like you can't buy anything and everything with your salary packaging money. You have to spend it on particular things. The main two things that we spend it on is living expenses. That's one big category. The other category is meals and entertainment, okay? The amount of money that you can spend on living expenses is around $9,000. And the amount of money that you can spend on meals and entertainment is about $2,600. So that's the total amount of money that you can actually allocate to salary packaging. So you just spend normal money on like normal living expenses stuff, keep the receipt, take a photo of it, upload it to the salary packaging company's website or app or whatever they have, and then you get reimbursed that money. So you spend it normally and then you get reimbursed. And that's what I just do. It doesn't matter, it's the same amount of money. If anything, you probably like save a little bit from not, spending money towards the card. But yeah, that's what happens. After that, so you get receipts for stuff that you've already bought. You show it to the salary packaging company, you submit the request, and then they reimburse you. And that money from the salary packaging company's account goes into your bank account. And that's the way that works. So yeah, that's the end of my like really nice, easy PowerPoint presentation. It gives you a little bit of benefit as a public health employee for essentially having lower wages than private sectors. And it's a way to just get a little bit of money back. And like, it's not like the most amazing like tax cheating thing in the world. Like the government are well aware of it, like you can salary package and save a little bit of money, but you're not gonna be like a millionaire from salary packaging, So essentially what salary packaging is like a way for public employees, public workers to get a little bit of money back. It's just a benefit for those people who work in the public system, whether that be healthcare or whether it be non-for-profits or charity organizations or some other sector, you can get some money back and, that's it. It's just like a little win for you. For me, like I'm a healthcare worker, we can definitely do it if we work in the public health system, whether that be doctors, nurses, allied health, it doesn't matter. If you're a healthcare worker, you can salary package. The other people who can do salary packaging are people who work for like government organizations or non-for-profits or charitable organizations. And then I think a couple of other people can do it as well. These are the different types of people who can do salary packaging. So say, let's just click on charity. Let's have a look at this. So people who work in charity, they can do living expenses, they can do meals and entertainment, they can do novated leasing. It's like salary packaging a car lease or a car loan. You can salary package work-related expenses, education expenses, and remote area benefits. Cool. Who else can do it? Private sector. What? I didn't think people in the private sector could do salary packaging. Well, it looks like they can do a little bit. They can't do living expenses or meals and entertainment, but they can do superannuation, novated leasing, remote area benefits, education, portable devices, and work-related expenses. Okay, so they can do a few different things. Cool, there you go. So look, I think the main benefit from salary packaging is essentially just get a little bit of a tax break. You save about $1,300 or so if you do the salary packaging. And yeah, there's actually a cool little calculator. I'll take you through it. Essentially, this calculator goes through how much you could earn without salary packaging and how much you could earn with salary packaging. And it just shows you the difference side by side. So we'll just go through that real quick. Look at this. So I use Maxia. Essentially, it's just one of the salary packaging companies. There's heaps out there. It just depends what, salary packaging company your organization uses. You don't really get a choice. You can't be like, oh, I really like the name of that salary packaging company. Let's get started. Okay, so select the sector. Let's go for not private health, public and private non-for-profit health. Profit. Why can't I say profit tonight? Not-for-profit health. Let's do that. Next step, your annual salary. I earn 200, no I don't. Let's say I earn $100,000. Let's just say, okay, 100,000. Select the amount you want for your FPT. So this is your cap limit. This is your everyday expenses. So yeah, you don't have to use all of it. I mean, but I'm guessing if you lived for a year, you probably will use $9,000 for living expenses. I mean, living expenses is pretty expensive right now. So you could easily spend $9,000 in a year, let alone a month, let alone a couple months, let alone half a year. So you will spend $9,000 on living expenses. Next step. What would you like to do other than your living expenses cap? Well, let's select the benefit. Wow, there's so many to choose from. You can do additional superannuation. We can do an airport lounge membership. Oofed. We can do financial advice, income protection. What else can we do? Let's just do the meals and entertainment. I thought we'd do that. Oh, here we go. Let's just say we don't do any others. I thought meals and entertainment were here. So let's just leave that for now. But you can do other stuff like this. Laptop, notebook, mobile phones, childcare, remote housing, you know, all that stuff. Okay, meals and entertainment. Say you spend all the meals and entertainment cap. That cap is $2,600.50. So yeah, examples, meals and entertainment, holiday accommodation, venue hire, all those things you could do for meals and entertainment. Next step. Do you have a HECS or HELP debt? Now, having a HECS or HELP debt will reduce the amount that you could potentially earn with salary packaging, because essentially doing salary packaging reduces your taxable income, but then they have to sort of increase, like it inversely increases like your HECS or HELP debt, because you are earning like say 100,000, but if you take into account these two caps, your taxable income is reduced to about like 80,000 or 85,000 essentially. So the HECS or HELP debt actually has to account for the whole 100,000, not the 85,000 that you actually get taxed on. Because the whole point of salary packaging is that you have a portion of your income that is not taxed. So let's say yes, okay, view results. So your potential benefit is $2,182 annually. So that's how much I could save with my salary packaging. Your annual HECS or HELP debt repayment is this much, okay? So that's how much I would need to repay in a year for my HECS or HELP debt. The HECS or HELP debt repayments is based on your income that you earn, and then based on that, you have to repay your HECS or HELP debt at a certain rate, okay? So yeah, it doesn't matter you know, how much you owe, it's essentially how much you earn, and then based on that amount, that's how much you have to repay for your HELP debt. If you haven't heard of a HECS or HELP debt, it's essentially a loan from the government. It's interest free, but it does get indexed. So essentially it increases with inflation. So say if inflation is 3%, then your amount at this year, and then it goes up by 3% with inflation, then that's how much the amount you owe, your debt increases by. But it doesn't have an interest component to it. Inflation is essentially like, making the dollar worth the same as it is in the present day. That's all inflation is. But yes, the amount would increase, but relatively it's not increasing. It's essentially staying the same in the present day. Anyways, a lot of complex terms. It's just an interest-free loan that people use to do their degrees for uni and for their study, for their graduate studies. After school, they take out a HECS debt, and they repay it back when they earn enough money. Look at our potential savings. So without Maxxia salary packaging, I would be earning only $57,000. But look at that, with Maxxia salary packaging, I could be earning $59,555. That's a benefit of $2,182. Yeah, there you go. You've got some figures there if you want. Your HECS-HELP debt repayment, there you go. It's based on fortnight, month, or year, depending on what you want to do for repaying that. Yeah, your taxable income is actually a little bit more. So there you go. The ATO compulsory HECS-HELP repayment rate is based on the amount that you take home, and then that's 7% there. So 7% of this is that. That makes sense. And then you divide it by 12, and you divide this by 26, then you get that. Pretty sure. Quick maths. So yeah, that's all it is. We've got a nice little comparison table here. You can see the specific differences of how it actually works. So yeah, you can see that this amount is the caps that you actually get to package. So that's their living expenses, that's your meals and entertainment, okay? You can see that there's actually an administration there's an administration person, yep. But the salary packaging companies are not free, they are a company, you need to pay them to do stuff for you. Salary packaging is a service that this company offers. So you have to pay them $220 for the whole year for these people to provide you that service. This usually gets taken out for me each payslip. So I just divide this by however many payslips I have in a year. It should be 26 pretty much. And because I get paid fortnightly. But yeah, so yeah, $220 is the amount that you will have to pay the salary packaging company over the course of the year. We get some tax credits. There you go. Tax and Medicare, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. All this stuff, this is the benefit at the end of the day. So that's all you need to know. You can go through the nitty gritty if you want, but there's really not too much that comes out of this table apart from that's your living expenses cap that you've not been taxed on. That's your meals and entertainment amount that you've not been taxed on. That's the amount that you actually have to pay the salary packaging company to provide you this service. That actually like puts it into such clear detail, like going through this calculator and actually seeing it, how much you can save and how much you don't save. Like pretty much everyone who I work with does salary packaging. It wouldn't make sense you're essentially just giving up $2,000 of money that you could have to spend on random stuff that you want. So yeah, you could not save $2,000 or you could save $2,000. It's up to you. So one thing I want to show you guys now is what the salary packaging account actually looks like for me when I log on and have it myself. When you start salary packaging, you'll have to create an account, link all your bank details and your employer and everything like that with the actual salary packaging company. They'll take you through all the steps, how to log on and how to get everything set up. I'll show you how it looks like for me on the website, and essentially we'll go through as well how I would actually salary package or get my stuff reimbursed so that I actually get money back in my account after I do all this whole thing. So yeah, let's go through it. So yeah, there we go. Welcome, Harrison. If you didn't know, my name's actually Harrison, it's not Harry. But you can call me Harry if you want. This is what my dashboard looks like. And as you can see, I've pretty much used up all my salary packaging amount. There's nothing I have available for me to take back. So I've exhausted my caps, but let's just go into this. So the last 30 days, nothing. I think I used it all at the start of the year. So let's go from January 23. Yeah, let's do that. That should pop up with something. So here we go, and we'll start from the top. So this is what happened. Let's have a look. So income allocation. So on the 12th of April, income allocation, I salary package. So on my pay slip, I allocated this amount of money, $1,383.61 to the salary packaging company. So remember when we had that diagram where it went, I did some work, I earned some money, and then that went to the salary packaging company, that amount of money that I earned. and bypass the tax. Well, that's this amount of money. So let's insert that there. And no, this is not my favorite number in the world, and I didn't choose it because I like the way it looks like or how it seems. It's just how the salary packaging company divided it up. Because I said, essentially what you do is after about 1,000,000 years of waiting on hold, you say, I want to get all my salary packaging money done, like, you know, I want it all allocated to me within X amount of pay cycles or within X amount of weeks, you know, or fortnights or however often you get paid. That's what you tell the salary packaging company. And then they go away, they do some little calculations and they say, okay, so each week you will allocate $1,627 to salary packaging. Does that seem right with you? And I'm like, sure, bro, I don't mind. I don't mind whether it's $1,627.03 or $1,617.19. But anyways, they come up with this figure and they say, look, I'll keep doing it because look at this. So 12th of April, I did that. I came back a fortnight later, 14 days later, and I did it again. And then look at that. I did it another time. So you can see that this amount is not my favorite number. It's just whatever they've come up with in their sums. Because I've said salary package this amount of money, like my whole cap of $9,000 over these pay slips. So yeah, that's what I just decided to do. And then what happens is transfer to living expenses with GST. So that means that, so this is my balance that's sitting here. So this is how much I've just got sitting in my salary packaging account, $1,383. And I've said, well, I've just bought something that's $446. Here's the receipt. Now reimburse me that amount of money. So that amount of money on the 12th of April left the salary packaging account and went into my bank account. So that's the way that works. And then I have this amount left, $936. And then, wow, I bought something that was $936 and that amount all went to me. Or, yeah, actually I think I did. I can't remember what I bought. Maybe it was like a fridge or something, but I have no idea. These amounts don't have to be one purchase. Like you can actually have multiple different purchases that equate to that amount. So that's just not necessarily one big purchase. We come back next fortnight, we do it again, our balance builds up and we have a big expense that we get reimbursed. We have this amount left. Yeah, all this stuff. So this keeps happening until I've exhausted my cap. So that's it. That's living expenses. I think we can understand that. Let's go back and I'll show you what happens for meal and entertainment. So meal and entertainment, let's go custom, the last 18 months. Sure, let's do that. So you can see here, like, oh yeah, here, let's go to the date from the start. So at the start, what I was doing was income allocation, 420, 420. Where's another one? 420. So I was allocating $420 each pay cycle for a certain amount of times. I think I just exhausted my cap until I, got rid of everything. Transferred to surplus funds. I have no idea what that is. They're giving me $1.04. Amazing. Thanks for, I'm being a loyal customer or something. Who knows? But yeah, and you can see there's just varying amounts of purchases that they reimburse me. So I have $420 sitting in the account. There's a purchase that's $16. That might have been a lunch or something. $60. It might have gone out for dinner. $165. I might have gone out for a couple of dinners. It doesn't matter. But that eventually, each purchase, each receipt I supply them, I get reimbursed that amount. And yeah, you can see like you put some money in, you get some money back out. It all just depends on when you provide them with your receipts or if you just spend the money. Like this could equally be the same if you were to just spend the money and then that amount gets taken out of your balance. So yeah, you can see this just sits here and then you just wait to spend it. You can either do it with a card where you just tap whenever you have an expense, or you can get reimbursed after you've already spent the money. It doesn't matter, it's the same thing. The one thing that's really good on this, so let's go back to the dashboard, is, yeah, so you can see the admin fee as well. Like, it's just $17 every fortnight. So 3rd of Jan, I paid $17, you know, 17th of Jan, I paid $17. That admin fee is also salary package. So it is a pre-tax allocation. So you don't pay tax on the salary packaging fee, which I don't know, I guess that's good, but yeah, that's just what it is. Claims, benefits. Oh, here we go. Cap tracker. This is good. So if you go benefits on the Maxia website and then you go cap tracker, then this shows you how much money you actually have in your cap. And yeah, you can see living expenses cap, $9,000. I've spent all that cap limit, so I can't do anything for the rest of the FBT year, which is the fringe benefits tax year. Cap tracker, yeah, so it ends on the 31st of March and it starts on the 1st of April. And yeah, you have until that time, until it resets. So what's today? It's late January 2024. So from the 1st of April 2023 until March 31st 2024, I had all that time to spend my $9,000 living expenses cap. I already spent it all, so I've got nothing else to salary package. So all my income has to be taxed now. That's just the way it is. For meals and entertainment, I have no idea. I have $16 available. Maybe I need to treat myself with a nice little lunch because apparently I have $16 to submit. So maybe tomorrow I might go out for brekkie. I'll give them a receipt and then I'll get my $16 back. So there you go. I have $16 left to do that. If I was to do that, so if I was to submit a claim to get reimbursed that $16, my meals and entertainment cap right now, the balance would be $16. So what you can do is you can actually go make a claim. Here you go, meals and entertainment. Yes, proceed. It is an Australian expense. Upload tax invoices. You can pick a photo of the receipt. Plain going over the top. Let's just take a screenshot of this receipt, okay? And let's just drag it on there. What you do is you put in the date that bill was paid, or that, you know, item was purchased. So let's just put in today. The amount, let's just say it was $16. Amazing. Next, review and submit. So again, I'm not actually going to submit this, but this is actually what it looks like. So the receipt is there. You have your account reimbursed. This is the date, and that's the amount that you want to claim to get salary packaged or to get reimbursed for it. You acknowledge all this stuff, you press yes, and then you submit the claim. And then once it gets approved, then you get reimbursed that amount into your bank account that you've nominated here. So that's the way it works. I mean, I don't really do this on the website itself. I do it on the app, on the phone. I'll go through like a little demo soon about that. But yeah, that's the way it works. I think it's super easy because yeah, you just upload a receipt and then you just submit it. It's so much quicker on the app because you just like screenshot something, or you just take a photo after you finished a meal, quickly upload. It takes 2 seconds. Easy, 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 easy. And you don't have to like worry about like, oh, does my card have enough money on it? You just spend money as usual, like normal, and then you just reimburse it if you have enough funds in there. What you can do as well is, if you don't have any money in the balance, like in your salary packaging account, then you can just submit claims and wait for them to get reimbursed. So potentially you can have no money sitting in your account. You can submit, let's say you submit a couple of meals, that amount is like $100 or something. No, let's say it's more. Let's say it's like $500. It's just sitting in your account waiting to be claimed. So as soon as the money that you work and you get your pay slip, you get allocated that money from the salary packaging to the salary packaging company from your work. As soon as that money hits your salary packaging account, it automatically gets transferred to your account. So you don't actually have to wait that long or resubmit the receipts, if you know what I mean. So you can just have stuff waiting there, waiting to get reimbursed as soon as you get paid the next pay cycle at work. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, just rewind and watch it again. But yeah, that's the way that works. I'll go through the app in another video. It's pretty straightforward, but yeah, it's just essentially the same thing on the website. Salary packaging is just a small benefit that, you know, often like us healthcare workers can benefit from, but also other people in the public sector also get some small salary packaging wins in the private sector, but not the same as the public sector. It's slightly different. But yeah, that's how it works. Hopefully that makes sense. It's just like a little introduction to salary packaging. We could go in a fair bit more detail and show you more information with it. Those are the main points that you need to understand. So yeah, this is how you do it, and that's it. Salary packaging. Let me know if you have any other questions as well. I'd be happy to answer. Bye.